You need to remove your stuff. And
I
go
just
across
checked the
road.
maps. Can you show me something saying that this is not publicly? Have I gone past that sign?
No, you don't
Have I
need to
gone
be
past
past
those
sign. This
signs?
is part of their property. Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
No.
All right.
Why would I need that?
What is your name?
Why would I give you that? I haven't broken any laws.
Because they may wish to pursue charges with trespass.
As soon as I trespass and they ask me to leave and I refuse to do so, then they can do that. And even then, they wouldn't need my name.
Yeah,
you can do it visually.
What's your name?
I'm not giving that.
You're not going to give me your name?
No, I haven't broken any laws. Why would I give you my name?
Detained. He's detained because, bro, just step out, but just cooperate with them.
All right, I'll step out.
Because, you know what I mean, at this point, we're just going to be filing our complaints. We're just going to be filing our complaints at this point. I don't have to speak to you. I don't have to speak to you, sir. I don't have to, what? For what? Oh, so you guys are going to search us? Are you going to search us? You going to search us? Okay, I'll get out. You going to search us? I'll get out. I'll get out. I'm cooperating.
Welcome to Mr. Rights, where your rights matter and the truth always stands with you. Every day we uncover how the law works outside the courtroom, where real encounters happen. From ID refusal to unlawful stops, we break it down so you know your power. No hype, just your rights, real cases, and real knowledge. Hit subscribe, because knowing is the first step to standing your ground.
What's that?
What's going on here?
Taking pictures.
Sure.
Just gathering content for a story. Who are you?
I'm a corrections officer here.
What's your name?
Donovan Power.
Donovan Power? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Donovan, have a good day.
What story is this for?
I'm not going to divulge that.
No?
No.
Okay. So, if you're going to take pictures, you're probably going to want to at least move that back so you can say you're not on our grounds.
I'm not on your grounds. See the stop sign? As long as I'm on that side, as long as I'm on this side, I actually have right of way all the way down there.
All the way down there?
Yeah, that's a Minnesota State Highway.
Oh, that's disputable.
See the sign right there? It says Minnesota 289?
I understand that, but
Yeah.
that's still part of our property there too.
Well, I understand that you own the ground under the road,
Yeah, so
but this is a right of way.
Well, you can pick and choose.
Right.
I mean, we'd have to get the cops here to ultimately decide that.
I don't plan on going down there.
Because you can't be on there taking pictures.
Oh, yes, I
It's
can.
not going to be happening. So,
Oh, now you're challenging me.
if you want to try it, that's up to you.
It's a public right of way?
That's what we're going to end up doing.
Nothing says I can't be
That's
down
on
there,
our
right?
grounds, so
Does anything
as
say
far
no
as I know,
photography?
You can't be down there.
Does anything
I'm
say
gonna tell you
that?
right now.
Does anything say that?
Yeah, I believe that there is.
Where's
things
that?
Say that in our policies.
Well, your policy doesn't apply to public right-of-ways.
You can't be down there taking photos.
I'm looking for
I'm
some
telling
sort
you
of...
that, I'm telling
No,
you
your
that,
word
yeah.
means nothing.
Well, to you it means nothing.
Right. You need a statute, a state statute, or a country national statute, federal statute. Can you quote any of those?
And I will follow up if I need to find the information and extract it and give it to you.
Please do so.
Who do you work for?
Myself,
So you just work for yourself.
freelance videographer.
And you just like taking pictures of prisons. For
I
no
take pictures of
reasons, or-
anything I can see from public right-of-ways
Okay, and you do this why?
because that's what I do. It's my living.
Okay, but what benefit does it give you?
What benefit does it give me? Nothing. It gives my viewers a benefit.
Okay, why
Educational.
Would your viewers want to see that?
That's a very good question. You'd have to get on and ask them.
Okay.
But there's thousands of people who love watching these things.
So they just like watching a fence.
Watching a
Like
fence?
a fence in a prison. That's all they like looking at?
No, they like looking at the pictures. Because most people think they can't take pictures of prisons. So I come out and I take pictures of prisons. And people like looking at them.
They like looking at pictures of prisons.
Sure. Can you understand why?
Well,
The average citizen walking down this road, if they pull out their camera and they turn towards the prison and they start taking pictures, what happens? This happens, right?
right.
So they're going to feel intimidated like they're not allowed to do so when it's within their rights to do so. So that's what I go out and educate people that you're allowed to do these things. That somebody just coming up and telling you you can't do it doesn't mean you can't do it.
But there's reasons it can't be done.
No, there's reasons you don't want me to do
Well,
it.
there's that too. There can be two reasons. There
There's
can
no
be
reason
not
it
wanting to,
can't.
and then there can be reasons why they shouldn't be doing it.
Sure. Not want
So-
you, shouldn't, totally different
Becomes
from
an issue of
can't.
safety, and
Well, okay,
there's
now you're
reasons that
talking
the
safety,
public
totally different.
Can't be coming in there, and that's why. Every rule
It's
that
not
we
posted
have,
anywhere, no
every
public
rule that
allowed.
we have,
I don't have any alcoholic
That
beverages.
says-
I have no mood altering
Yeah.
drugs. I have no firearms. Therefore, I'm allowed to walk down there, correct?
if you're coming in to see a visitor,
I have no business other than what I'm doing. And you're telling me I can't do that.
business do you have to just walk down there?
Gathering content for a story.
What's
Member of the media.
Why?
That's none of your business. I've already told you that.
Okay, well,
That's for me to know,
no
and when I
business
publish it, then you can know.
okay, well, as far as I know, you don't have any business going down there.
I just told you what my business
So I'm
is.
just going to tell you that right now.
Okay. I accept your challenge.
If you want to take the challenge and go for it, then we'll
Okay.
cross that boundary when we get there.
All right. Have a good day.
Morning.
Morning.
They don't want you on your property. Be across the road though.
I'm not on their property.
Yep.
As long as I'm on this side, I'm on the public right away.
You need to get off of their property and go over there.
No, I don't. I'm not on their property.
Yes, you are. This is all of their property, like all the way along here.
This is a public right away.
Nope.
Yes, it is. I just checked
No,
the maps.
you need to remove your stuff. And
I
go
just
across
checked
road.
the maps. Can
You
you
need-
show me something saying that this is not publicly? Have I gone past that sign?
No, you don't
Have I
need to
gone
be
past
past
those
sign. This
signs?
is part of their property.
Have I gone past those signs? What's your name, sir?
I'm Officer Jungers,
Jungers. What's your badge number?
3866.
And you work for Moose Lake, Minnesota Police?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Can you keep moving?
No.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
No.
All right.
Why would I need that?
What is your name?
Why would I give you that? I haven't broken any laws.
Because they may wish to pursue charges with trespass.
As soon as I trespass and they ask me to leave and I refuse to do so, then they can do that. And even then, they wouldn't need my name.
Yeah,
can do it
I would
visually.
need to know. What's your name?
I'm not giving that.
You're not going to give me your name?
No, I haven't broken any laws. Why would I give you my name?
I'm going to go talk to the watch commander and see if they want to pursue any charges or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be right back. Thank you.
If somebody files a complaint, I would like their name, please.
What was the name of your media thing?
I didn't give it.
Okay, you're not going to give it?
No,
And what's your name?
not gonna give that either.
You're not going to give anything.
Nope.
So you might not really be part of a media. You could just be some guy.
Am I a citizen?
Well, of course you're a citizen.
Okay. There's no difference between citizen and media. As soon as you hold
But
the
you
camera.
did say media.
Yes.
That's why I'm asking.
Well, I'm definitely part of the media. I just choose not to inform you because of the way you addressed me when you first approached.
How did I address you?
Aggressively, telling me what I can and cannot do on public access.
Telling you what I'm told you can't.
If you don't know for sure, you shouldn't be telling a citizen what they can and cannot do out in public.
I do know for sure.
That I cannot take pictures here?
I know you're not supposed to be on our ground taking pictures. I'm not coming
Okay.
over there and taking it.
No, I didn't say you were.
So
But you
I'm
are
just
trying to tell
telling
me
you
I'm
what
not
I'm
allowed to
told.
do what I know damn well I'm allowed to do.
You know, and I think that one of the things you're doing is I don't know if you're really here to take pictures of our facility as much as you're kind of here maybe to sneak things up.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last part.
Go ahead. Copy, will do. So, yeah, I just wanted to make sure, see if I could get you to be open about that, because I'm not really sure what you're truly
In the
thinking.
freezing
Okay.
39-degree air of Moose Lake, Minnesota, a region with the highest prison density in the state, Donovan Power, a bold independent journalist, faced off with local police armed with nothing but a camera and the Constitution. He never stepped into restricted areas, committed no crime, yet was ordered to leave and show ID. Under Minnesota law and the Fourth Amendment, you're only required to identify yourself if lawfully arrested. Always record, always ask for legal justification. That is your strongest weapon. Now, let's move on to the second video.
Just step out and talk to him. Just step out. Is that an order? Is that a lawful order?
Right now, you guys are. Right now,
Bro,
you guys are detained.
is that a-
Open the door.
I'm not detained. He's detained because, bro, just step out. But just cooperate with them
All right, I'll step
because,
out.
you know what I mean? At this point, we're just going to be filing our complaints.
Thank you, sir.
We're just going to be filing our complaints at this point. I don't have to speak to you. I don't have to speak to you, sir. I don't have to. What?
He's asking to open
For what? Oh, so you guys are gonna search us? Is this a? Are you gonna search us? You gonna search us? Okay, I'll get out. You gonna search us? I'll get out. I'll get out. I'm cooperating. Dude,
Turn around.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
what do we do?
Right now, you're being handcuffed for safety issues. Okay?
Okay,
Wait.
safety issues.
No?
Can I have my camera?
You want to have it right there.
I want to record. I would like to record, sir. Don't treat me like a criminal because I've done nothing wrong, please. Can I have my rights, please? Now, please have my rights. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. He just threw it out of my hand. I would like to record.
What happens, sir? You have any drugs or weapons on you?
No, there's nothing. No.
Nothing?
I don't consent to searches or seizures.
Have a seat right over there. Kneel down. Okay? Anything? Anything? Check the bin to the plates. Did you check the bin to the plates? What's your last name? Okay. Which one's yours? Okay, here's yours. And here's yours. Now, let me tell you before I give you your phone. That's okay to record, but if I see you dialing for somebody to come over here, then we'll take them away again. That's a safety issue. So you can record us all you want to, but if I see you start dialing, then I'm going to take the phones away from you because for all I know, you're calling someone over here to come and intervene with you guys. Okay?
All right, can you state your name and your badge number?
Sergeant Pete Herrera, ID 767.
State your name and badge.
685.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Here's your ID, sir.
My ID.
Yes.
I was just a passenger of this vehicle. I do not lawfully have to identify myself. I've committed no crime.
What's your name and badge number, please?
I do not have to identify myself.
Okay.
I've been through this before.
Okay.
I just got a case dismissed.
Okay.
And now they're running through my property. I never.
Don't stand up.
No, but I was just in there. I had, you know. Oh, never mind. She's fine. She can do whatever she wants. I just want to,
Right now,
you
you're being
know.
detained for investigative purposes. That's what you're being detained for. Okay?
Well, I've committed no crime. I'm here. I'm the passenger of this vehicle here. In the state of Texas, I do not have to identify myself unless I'm suspected of committing a crime and the act of committing a crime. Please just respect my rights. Now, can I stand up?
No, you can't. Stay right there.
What have I done?
You're kneeling down for officer safety reasons because I don't know if you're going to run away.
I don't have.
You want to identify yourself.
I don't have any weapons. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying if you're gonna under duress, I'll identify myself. If you threaten me with criminal charges, I will identify myself. But once I see you're not gonna respect my rights, I will comply because there's no cooperation with corruption. There's no cooperation with corruption.
You're just watching.
You guys pulled us out. You know, y'all jacked us up. We just What's going on? Are we free to go or am I still being detained?
Detained for investigative purposes.
Okay. I'm cooperating with you. I've done nothing wrong.
Where's your ID? Where's your driver's license?
My ID's right here in my pocket.
Can I see it, please?
No, sir. I can give you my name if you're gonna.
You're telling me you're complying, but you're not.
I can give you my name, but I'm not gonna give you my identification and my address and all that. Because as soon as you run it in your system, it's gonna go to the fusion center, and it's I'm not gonna. I don't want my name in your system. No, I'm saying if you're gonna threaten me with criminal charges, or you threaten me,
For investigative purposes.
I haven't committed a crime. I have not committed.
Comply with my request, and I ask for an ID.
I'm not gonna identify myself because I haven't committed a crime, and I don't have to legally.
You're not complying with my request.
If that's not a lawful request. I'm not gonna volunteer anything.
Then you're not complying with my request.
I don't volunteer anything. If it's consensual, no.
Okay.
It's not consensual. With all due respect, just to protect my
All due
privacy.
respect.
But I do have a medical condition. If you don't mind, I mean, I'm cooperating with you. Can I stand up? Can you treat me like a man? Treat me like an animal. I don't want to be treated like an animal right now. You got me kneeling down on the ground.
Then you have your
I don't have any weapons. I don't have any weapons on me. I haven't been threatening to you. You don't have any reason to suspect me of being a threat to you. Can you treat me like a man and not like an animal? Can I stand up? No?
No.
Okay.
Are you in handcuffs right now?
Well, the Sarge is right here.
You're not in handcuffs, are you?
I think the Sarge has been respectful enough to let me record. I appreciate that. That's at least I can say that. But I would like to stand up. I'm not threatening. I'm not threatening to you guys, so why do I have to kneel down? I'm not a threat. Can you just write him his tickets and, just let us go on our way? Thank you. My knees are hurting right now. I'm in pain. Okay. Thank you.
You're 6'5", right?
No,
6'6"?
I'm tall enough.
Okay. Because I'm about 6 feet.
I'm tall enough.
Okay.
I really don't have any respect for you
Okay.
as an officer. None of that. These people out here really doing crime. Done nothing.
There's a lot of unnecessary things. More of it.
I got a little bit more respect for, Officer Herrera today, and, Officer Han here, she came up. She was the first one who showed up on the scene after the call was made for backup. So we appreciate you responding and just staying in your place. We appreciate you staying in your place and doing your job. This officer here, I don't know. I don't feel like she treated us that well because she didn't even give us a chance to even talk to her. Like, we just was recording her and she backed up away from the scene and called for backup like there was a problem. That window was down, but as soon as we saw how she was treating us, we rolled the window up. And that's why we didn't want to really respond, because of the way how she handled the whole situation.
So the thing is, she you could smell something. That's fine. Okay? And when we asked you guys to step out, we already have low cost entry vehicles.
I'm in the vehicle, as we can see,
We search
and I understand
next time,
that.
just comply with us,
Right.
make it easier. You guys make it
But now that I understand
now
that,
everything's good, you guys are okay.
but now that I understand that, it wasn't said, so that's why we responded to her. If she would have said, okay, I smell something in the car, can I search the vehicle? I have every right to all of that probable cause because she smells something. Would have been like, okay, fine. We can't really cooperate with someone who doesn't give us any kind of response. You know what I mean?
Good day, guys.
Right. Now that's called the walk of shame. That's called the walk of shame right there, man.
Thank you for watching until the end of today's video on the Mr. Right channel. The two intense situations we just witnessed in Moose Lake, Minnesota, and on the streets of Texas are not just isolated encounters, but a powerful wake-up call about how civil liberties are challenged every single day. Moose Lake, known for having the highest prison density in Minnesota, is where Donovan Power, a courageous independent journalist, firmly refused to present ID without legal justification. He stood his ground on public property, demanded legal citations from the police, and used his camera as his only shield. Meanwhile, in Texas, home to over 80,000 law enforcement officers, citizens were handcuffed and had their phones seized simply for filming and refusing to give personal information without cause. Both cases revolve around the same core issue, a troubling lack of understanding or respect for the legal boundaries that protect our civil rights. But you, the viewer, can take away a crucial lesson. Remember, you are not required to show ID unless you are lawfully arrested or there is a clear legal reason. Always record and always ask, am I being detained? What law requires this? In a society governed by law, silence is not a defense. Learn the law, know your rights, and exercise them responsibly. Do not let legal ambiguity make you a victim. Knowledge is the first barrier that protects your freedom. See you in the next video on Mr. Right.